Welcome to this guitar lesson on the Skyhooks song Ego Is Not a Dirty Word. The song starts like this. So to play that, I'm setting up at 10th fret on the 3rd string and doing a string bend. I'm bending to the sound of the note that's found at 12th fret. So a good way to understand how far to bend is play that 12th fret note a few times. And 12th fret's your double dots, and remember I'm on 3rd string. Move back to 10th fret. Place more than just one finger on the string, because when you do a string bend, you want to have fingers that are pushing in support of the fretting finger. So fretting at 10, other fingers getting behind that 10th fret note, and all three push together. The size of that bend is a full step or a tone, and then we return to the normal 10th fret position. So bending at 10, a full tone, returning the note to just normal 10th fret position. Going to 8th fret, still on the 3rd string, and then 7. So a detail of those first 4 notes: bend, 10, 8, 7. We're then going to change strings to go onto 4th string and play these fret numbers: 10, 8, 6, 5. 3rd string, then 4th string, 10, 8, 6, 5. To make the movement back to the 6 and the 5, there's a couple of ways you could do it. You could use your 3rd finger for both the 10 and the 8. And that leaves a nice easy way to play the 6 and the 5 with your 1st finger, or you can just move 1st finger back. And then into the main riff of the intro and the verse we go. For the intro and the verse, we have a single note riff going and some chords that are being plucked as well. Let's look at the single note riff first of all. This is the part that guitar player Bongo Starkey plays when they're performing live. It sounds like this. So to play these notes, I'm starting on 5th string, the A string, with 2 8th fret notes, and you'll notice I'm using my 3rd finger in order to play the next note that will appear in the riff. And we get 3 of those 8th frets, 8, 8, 8. We then travel down onto the 4th string, where we're going to get the notes 6, 8, 6, 10, all on 4th string. 6, 8, 6, 10. We can slide into that 10 if we want to as well. And then the second half of this riff, going descending through the set of frets that we've already played. 4th string, 10, 8, 6. 5th string, 8, 6. 10, 8, 6, change string, 8, 6. So putting that together, the second time, stopping and holding on that 10th fret note that we arrived at on the 4th string. First half, I'd probably also advise visit the Skyhooks fan page. It's a group on Facebook. I've put up tabs for this song. It's probably the best way to source what I'm running off for the tabs that I've created myself. The Red Simons part. He's holding an F sharp minor 7 chord. The way to play that, you do need to know your bar chords. This is a minor bar chord found on the 5th string. 5th string placement, I'm up at 8th fret, as that is an F note, which is the F part of F minor 7. To play a minor 7 chord on a 5th string, take your normal minor chord, remove your pinky. So normal F minor would sound like this. F minor 7. Just a bit more air to the minor 7 chord. And what Red is doing is plucking with his thumb and 2 fingers, plucking the 5th string with his thumb, the bass note, and then grabbing strings 2 and 3, and that's how he's getting that short, choppy reggae type sound. And you'll see him live, chucks his pick in his mouth and goes. On the end, he puts his pinky at 11th fret and grabs those bottom 3 strings, strings 1, 2, 3, as well as the bass note in the thumb. And that is going on underneath Bongo's riff that he's playing. And that is the verse parts for Ego Is Not a Dirty Word. For the pre-chorus, an amazing arrangement we hear in this section of the song. Bongo's guitar doing a lead guitar style part, Red still doing some chords, and Greg playing quite an intricate bass line. First of all, I'll look at the bongo part, which sounds like this. And he repeats that. So what I'm playing here would be referred to as playing sixths. Style of chord. Sixth describing the interval between them. An interval being the measurable distance between two sounds. The musically measurable distance. You hear these being played pretty famously in a Bon Jovi tune, Wanted Dead or Alive. But lots of lead guitar parts use them. You can even use them in something like Brown Eyed Girl. In this particular case, so the way that I'm playing those to detail the shapes of chords you need. All these chords are found on 3rd string and 1st string. To start off with, I'm at 10th fret, both fingers, and I'm using fingers 2 for the 3rd string, finger 1 at this stage on the 1st string. Both at 10th fret. To help me get quite a clean sound with playing the 2 strings without getting the dead sound of the 2nd string being strummed as a part of it, I'm doing what we call hybrid picking, where I'm picking 3rd string with the guitar pick and then using my middle finger to pluck string 1. And it just makes for more accuracy in the sound of the chord. I'm now moving up to fret numbers 14 on the G string, 3rd string, 13 on the 1st string, the E string. And you'll notice the way I'm setting my fingers up is that big middle finger, the 2nd finger, is never going to leave 3rd string. And I'm just going to alternate finger 1, which is next to my thumb, and finger 3, which is next to my pinky, around that. So with these 2 notes being 1 fret apart, I'm using fingers 1 and 2. And those frets were 13 for string 1, 14 string 3. Both at 12, both at 10. So the first 4, 10s, 14, 13, 12, 10. Next I'm going to 9 on my 3rd string, 8 on my 1st string, and then moving that shape 2 frets back, so it's 7 and 6. Once again, because these parts are so busy, it's probably advisable you try and find my tab online. You could also contact me through the Eastern Suburbs School of Music webpage. That's where we're filming this video at the moment, of which I'm the owner and one of the guitar teachers at that particular music school. So playing that full part again: 10s, 14, 13, 12s, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So to play bongo's full pre-chorus part, we've got the 6th sequence. And then a single note part. So that single note riff, there's a couple of positions we could play this on the guitar. The one that I'm choosing for this lesson, I'm going to 3rd fret on 3rd string. I'm playing 3, 6, 5, all on 3rd string. And the second set of notes in this little riff part, 3 on 3rd string. Then going up 1 string, we're on 4th string, the D string, to play 6 and 5. 3, 6, 5, 3rd string, 3, and then 6, 5, 4th string. C sharp power chord, which is found at 4th fret on your 5th string, and I'm just doing the simple 2-finger power chord. You could add pinky underneath if you wanted. C sharp, moving back to C to finish out his role in the pre-chorus. So all those parts together go like this. Red's role in the pre-chorus, he's got a few more chord style things to do. The F minor 7 shape that we had for the verse, move it 2 frets up and you're now at G minor 7. He's still plucking 5th string, 2nd string, 3rd string. What he's doing with his pinky this time though, is on 2nd string, adding 13th fret to the chord sound. So when you got your G minor 7, on 2nd string you've got an 11th fret note. He's then just adding pinky to that. to change that to a 13th fret note. He's then going to the bar chord B flat minor 7, or you could call it A sharp if you wanted to. B flat because we're in an F minor key. The way to play this chord: B flat minor bar chord, 6th fret, going straight across, sticking the minor chord shape in front of that. But to make it minor 7, much like 5th string minor chords, for 6th string minor 7 chords, also remove pinky. And he's just doing an arpeggio of that particular chord. So he's coming off the finger picking part or the plucking part. Going into the B flat minor 7 arpeggio. This nice little chord strum part where he's still got notes of B flat minor 7, but on 2nd string creating a melody. I've got my finger barring 6th fret on just strings 2, 3 and 4, which is still notes of that B flat minor 7 chord. We've then got pinky going to 9th fret. You've got a dot at 9th fret, so easy to find. So fret numbers 6, 6, 9. Next strum is gone to the 8th fret on the 2nd string. Last strum finishing back all at 6s now. Going to a C sharp major bar chord, and then I can hear a C dominant 7 sound being strummed, and we can add that note by taking our major bar chord for 5th string. There's our C sharp, move back to C, and you can add your pinky to the bottom of that chord, 6th fret on the 1st string. So red's part. And away it goes into the chorus. For the chorus, we have this single note riff which red is playing, and it sounds like this. I recommend you go and learn the F minor pentatonic scale, because it's really going to help you out with riffs that are in this song. And to take it even a step further, learn the F Dorian mode, just a finger pattern. The solos that are in the song are in that, and we've got a few of the riffs even take some of those Dorian notes, but this is very much just a pentatonic grab of notes at the moment, the way we play it. I'm starting on 4th string and on fret 1 and fret 3 of that 4th string. Following that up by doing the reverse of that, 3, 1 on the 4th string, going to 5th string and doing a hammer-on. Now what a hammer-on is you're getting 2 notes out of hitting the string just one time. Doing that by pushing your fingertip onto the next note that you want to be heard. So I'm at frets 1 and 3. I'll hit the note at fret 1 and then push my fingertip down onto fret 3 before I hit the string with my pick again. So that's called a hammer on. And then I end up back at 1st fret on the 4th string. So just to call out those fret numbers, string 4, 1, 3, 3, 1, up to 5th string, 1 hammers onto 3, and I go back down to 4th, 1st fret. Ending up at 6th string, 1st fret, there's the F. A repeat of a part that we've already learnt, where I'm playing that though, the 3rd fret, 4th string, back to the 1, the hammer on part, and then finishing the riff, 1st fret, 4th string. So that's just the second half of the full riff. First half finishes on 6th string. Following that, play it a couple of times slow. And it repeats. At the end of this riff, we've got some power chords just to get to that part. What we're going to do here is go 1st fret, 5th string, the B flat note, for those of you who know your fretboard, 1st on 5th, 3rd on 5th, and that makes us walk towards C sharp power chord, or D flat, whichever one you want to call it, just as long as you get it right. C sharp or D flat at 4th fret, 5th string, moving along to E flat, 6th fret, 5th string. So just the way the chorus is going to end for red. So I'll play a whole chorus. And into the verse or the intro it would then go. For Bongo's part, he's got a little bit of lead that's being incorporated. He is hitting those nice big accents of, which is the same notes as Red played at the start of his riff. What you could do to just make him a bit heavier in a live setting is you could play a power chord. So that would be 6th fret on the 5th string, moving into 8th fret on the 5th string, and then following it with that lead guitar part. What I'm doing here is playing on strings 1 and 2 and just having 1st finger fret that, hitting it at 4th fret of those 2 strings and sliding straight away into 6th fret. So 4 slides to 6th fret and then back again before you pick. So all on one picking. And that is the lead part that Bongo is putting into the chorus. For this instrumental interlude section, there's quite a fast riff being played that all members of the band are hitting together. It sounds like this. Now, I've used the fingerings that I could see Red doing on a live video clip of this one. You've got a scale that you call this the blues scale notes being hit in it, but also including a minor or Dorian note in there as well. Fret numbers. I'm starting on 5th string at F, so that is 8th fret. I'm going on this 5th string 8, 10, 11. Before I go down to 4th string, 4th string 8, 9, 8. And then back to my 5th string, 11 and 8, back to the starting note. So that is part 1 of this fairly long section. The second part to it, same start, so frets on 5th string, 8, 10, 11, dropping to 8 on the 4th string or the D string, this time going to 10th fret to finish the second part of this interlude riff section out. Recap, part 1 had the blues note in it, which would mean the 9th fret. Part 2, 10th fret note. Part 3, exactly the same as part 1. So nothing new there. Parts 1, 2 and 3, we're building it up now. Part 4, very different, a descending run. Pentatonic shape note, so if you know this scale it's going to be of an advantage. 5th string pentatonic shape is what you should learn. I'm at 10th fret of the 3rd string, so you got your double dots at 12, so there's a good reference, or a single dot at 9, easy way to find 10. 10, 8 on that 3rd string, 10, 8 on the 4th string, 11 up on the 5th string, so 1 before your double dots, and finishing on 6 of the 5th string, so an E flat note to finish it out. That whole interlude riff part I did a finger variation there. I went to the 6 and then up to the 6. If we were doing it the way Red plays it, and that is your interlude. For the bridge, we see Red strumming a chord and Bongo getting on the wah-wah pedal and playing these notes. What I'm playing there is essentially the power chord notes of A flat or G sharp, if it's easier to refer to it that way for you. 4th fret on the very top string, and the 2 notes of the power chord of that A flat or G sharp. They are exactly the same thing, in case you're wondering. 4th fret, and then going down to 6th fret on the next string, 5th string. And the wah pedal is creating that rocking wah 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 wah. A hammer-on and pull-off lick. We already discussed hammer-ons in this particular video. The pull-off is just the opposite direction of a hammer-on. A hammer-on, you would go forwards by getting 2 notes off one hitting of the string. This one you're going back. So those fret numbers, 4, 6, 4, all off one strike of the string, and it's on 4th string. 4, 6, 4. So the bongo bridge riff. And that repeats. Red is striking a chord. I'm really not sure about this because live I can see him moving between some shapes. My ears haven't been able to quite pick it out. I know a way to get the sound of what he's playing is just strumming a minor 7 chord, 5th string. I'm at the 11th fret. And that certainly fits with the playing of Bongo's riff. But I can see on live clips he is doing something. I've been quite able to figure it out. Red Simons, if you're out there, let me know what you were doing. I'd love to know. Everyone in the band, that's the 2 guitarists, Red and Bongo, and also Greg, finish this bridge section with these accents. So what I'm playing there, I'm on the 4th string at 4th fret, then 6th fret. Then just simply taking that up a string, 5th string, 4, 6. I'm then going to 3rd fret. This is on 4th string, so an F note is what it would be, and doing the fret numbers 3, 4. So those accents, and then a part that I'm hearing is notes that would make the G sharp or A flat power chord on 4th string. So fret numbers 6 and 8 in forming your power chord shape, and I'm just hitting those separately and together. It's a bit of a messy part to pick out on the recording, but certainly what I'm doing is equivalent to something of what someone's doing in the recording and in live situations as well. So maybe if I sort of take it through a full bridge doing Bongo's part. And then we're heading into the last chorus. Just in case you haven't learned enough riffs, there's even more riffs that are coming in this last chorus. Bongo and Red playing 2 slightly different parts. I'm going to look at the Red Simons part first of all. It sounds like this. So really using pentatonic notes here, so very beneficial if you go away and learn that scale in preparation for learning this song. And also probably going to need the tabs because there's so much going on, but I will describe it as best I can. We are playing on 5th string to start the riff of the end chorus, and I'm playing frets 6, 8, then dropping down a string and playing 6, 8. So that ended up on 4th string. 6, 8, 5th string, 6, 8, 4th string. Still on 4th string, moving up to 10th fret. So if I call out fret numbers, 6, 8, 6, 8, 10. Following that by going down a string now to 3rd string, 8th fret, 10th fret with a bend and return is the part 1, the first bit that Red is doing. The The second part is using the same starting points. So getting to the 10, 6, 8, 6, 8, 10. Now moving back on 4th string. 6, 8, 6. So part 2, fret numbers I'll call out. 6, 8 on 5th string. And the rest of it's now all on 4th. 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 6. Parts 1 and 2 together. Part 3 exactly the same as part 1. So easily gluing together now parts 1, 2 and 3. And this is how you should learn it. Break each part down. Part 1, part 2, part 3. And our finish, let's just have a listen to it first of all. A bend at 10th fret of the 3rd string, the G string to start out. Bend and return, 8th fret, still on that 3rd string. 10, bend and return, 8. 10 and 8 now moving to 4th string. 10, 8, 6. Bend and return, 8th fret on the 4th string. The whole thing that Red's playing there. And then that repeats. So there is many harmonies that always go on in these Skyhooks studio recordings. When they're in a live setting, of course, they've only got the 2 guitarists. So the part that I've discovered Bongo is doing live from watching clips of him back in the 70s with the original Skyhooks lineup, and then his recent gigs that he's done with the wonderful Laura out front singing. This is the part that I've sort of picked up that he's doing to complement the riffs that Red was playing. He uses part 1 of what Red played and repeats that 3 times. So and then adds harmony to part 4 by going the way I'm playing that. 2nd string, 11th fret, so 1 before your double dots, a bend and return, 9th fret and 8th fret still on 2nd string. Then going to 3rd string, 10, 8, 10, bend and return. I'll call out fret numbers, bend and return 11, 9, 8, 10 on 3rd string, 8, bend and return 10. And that is a part that you could do if you're wanting to simulate Bongo's part in this awesome song. To end the song, there's a lot of guitar parts going on, almost like dueling solos. So what I've decided to do to end the song, say if I was playing this in a live situation, play some power chords to go along with what the drums are doing, building up on the floor tom and the snare, dun, 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 and also doubling what the bass is doing here. So those power chords, if you were wanting to end the song like this, would be at D flat or C sharp, which is 4th fret, string 5. and just playing 8 in the bar, or quavers rhythm, for those of you who know a bit about reading your music theory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then moving up to 6th fret, which would be E flat or D sharp, C sharp, D sharp, 8 times once again. And then playing the power chords that I mentioned that you could do at the start of the chorus. 6th fret going into 8th fret. So D sharp or E flat going into F. And that is most of the parts that you'll need to play Ego Is Not a Dirty Word. It'll certainly allow you to play it start to finish. You've just got to pick and choose which guitar parts you're able to play to either make it a one guitar arrangement, or if you're in a band that's got 2 guitarists, one guitarist playing one, the other guitarist playing the other, and it will sound amazing.